What a night. It was like 75 degrees yesterday. And then all of a sudden a storm rolled in last night, like 8, 9 o'clock. And I had to like pack up everything in here. But before that happened, I'm like recording and I hear these people arguing. And it's like my neighbors up the road, like 2 chicks were up there arguing it out over parking or something on the street. I don't know. It was quite dumb, but it was entertaining. Then I sat out and watched the storm roll in. That was pretty cool. And then it snowed this morning and now it's freezing. So if you don't like the weather in Minnesota, wait 20 minutes, I guess. Anyways, we gotta get back to this. We've got gear shift linkage cover, our lower cover on our engine crankcase there. And then we've got the exhaust auxiliary. I think I'm gonna do this last just because I'm gonna have to get this bolt out of the engine mount. It doesn't look like anything overlaps, so there's no order that we have to do these in like the last one. So I think where I'm gonna start is with the crankcase cover, because this may sound silly or stupid, but there is this cap. I forget what it's called. Maybe it's on the screen, but it's like your crankcase cover bolt or whatever. It's like, if I take this off, is oil gonna come out? Like, what's behind that? I really didn't know. So I like posted on Tenere page and it never got posted. Maybe I figured the admins felt like it was such a dumb question that they just discarded the whole post. So I think I figured it out myself. Like, our oil window is down here. So oil is, you know, down here. There shouldn't be oil up here. That's what I'm gonna go with, and that's what we're gonna do. There's no bolts to connect this except for this center cap that it comes with. I had to buy this beefy hex wrench to get this off, because it's quite large, a 9/16 US 9/16. And then this is your timing indicator window thing. So this comes out so that you can see the timing. So I don't think we're even gonna have to mess with that. We're all about to find out. Let's go. They want you to kind of lube this up. The manual does. I don't even know what the lube is for, bro. But we're gonna put something in there. All right, we're gonna go for it. All right. There's oil right up there. I want to get this on quickly. Don't want things getting in there. Probably not the place you want things going that aren't supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was funny last night. Those 2 women that were fighting. One of the women is on the board of like the HOA or something. I don't know. And I think she's just enforcing the rules quite dramatically. That's really loose. Let's see if that gets tighter. The manual says we want 10 nanometers here, or it's not a lot. I'm just gonna go common sense on this. Yeah, it's about there where the resistance is pretty full and that's a hard stop. So we're gonna go to there. That's on there, good. It's nice and tight. We're gonna go for this guy. This guy is coming with these spacers, and you got short one and then 2 longer ones, and they are not the same size. So keep that in mind. We've also got 3 bolts. Again, a short one and 2 longer ones that are not the same size. All right, this guy and this guy are a pair. And this guy and this guy are a pair. And this guy and this guy are a pair. Oh, shoot. So this shouldn't be too bad. Uh-oh, I'm already in trouble. It's getting in there, something like that. And we have to line up those holes. It doesn't sit down on it like that. It's like you see that angle on that. We've got to get that flat and flush. This is gonna come out, something like that. That's where that's gonna be. I think the bottom is the longer bolt. All right, let's pop this bad boy out. Oh, wow, that's really stiff. Just get these broken. I don't like the way that came out. I'm gonna get all these done up with some Loctite. I like these flange style bolts, and it saddens me that the kit doesn't come with that. Those two are the same. Yep. Now I gotta get creative, don't I? That somehow worked. I was concerned that I was bottoming out, but I don't think I am. I think these screws are just rough, and you gotta get them kind of traveling. You know what? I wonder if I can use one of the longer old bolts. Significantly better. Those screws are janky. I guess that's my first complaint about the kit so far. Those screws weren't the best. Could have done better there. Yeah, that goes right in. I mean, it looks pretty good. It comes right up to there. So this, that's pretty clean. What do you think so far? All right, now we can tackle this bad boy. We've got that. We're just gonna pop right on out. We're just gonna get you right on out of there. Whoa. We need to get some Loctite ready. It looks like there's a situation here. This bolt is definitely going here. You know, the common sense approach is just, you know, it's basically, don't over torque your bolts. Whatever you think is tight enough, you've probably gone too far. I'm just gonna throw them randomly in there. I don't know what this thing is or what it does, but it's some kind of oh, it's like that. Get you up in here like this. This is gonna have to get behind here. I really don't know how to help you. Yeah, this part is not gonna be worth it for me. I can't get it on the threads. Oh, that's actually just a cover too. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This, oh no, this actually comes off. I think we are replacing this. Therein lies the rub. And yes, this whole thing has to come off. Wow. I kind of have one there and one over here. That makes sense. I'm gonna move this one too. I don't know. Right here. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna want to. Wow. I'm gonna say, yeah, this goes in here. Like this, maybe. I don't know. I think it does. Oh my God. Yeah, this part's definitely not gonna be worth the hassle for the install. I mean, maybe after watching this video, you'll have like a better head start than I did. And that's kind of the point of the video, you know? These are the things that we'd all end up figuring out on our own. But if you had a video or someone already figured out the hard stuff, that would be super cool. And I put that other sticky right there. Now I really don't like it. Am I gonna take it apart to remove it? Fuck no. It's gonna stay right where it's at. And it's gonna be happy about it. That's, yeah, we gotta wire brush this one. Some of you probably are watching that the whole time, like, you're supposed to take the original off, idiot. But, you know, he didn't say anything. He just kind of had me out here struggling. How bad is my overexposure? Can't be terrible, can it? Now this bolt here, I probably will torque up just because it's an engine mount bolt. All right, now it all makes sense. I don't like the way this is sitting. It doesn't look like it's seated. Yeah, it's not seating properly. All right, so I wasn't getting like a really great seat on the coolant cap here. It was kind of like pushing up. What I saw were these wires were up on the top of the bracket. So I pushed them down, kind of tucked them, pulled them in, tuck them under. And that keeps a bit of downward pressure on the cap there and the hoses. And that seems to have done the trick. Now if you look in there on that lip, it's not trying to creep up anymore, which is what it was doing previously. It just didn't look like it wanted the seat. But that's actually clever and very thoughtful. It looks like maybe that's part of the design. I'd like to think so anyway. I think everything's nice and protected. So yeah, it's good. We'll call that good. I think that's a win. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on coolant temperatures. We'll see how that runs. Yeah, but I'd say for the trouble, the uncertainty around your coolant tank, I might pass on this one if I'm ordering. But the rest of it looks pretty good. And now I have to figure this out. I have no idea what I just did or what happened. Uh-oh. Okay, I see. It goes like that. This goes inside of one of these. This is, where was this? Why was this in there? This is in there. Not sure why. Okay, so how in the world does this? Oh shit, we better put it back together. I'm in trouble now. Uh-oh. Oh, how the hell? Bro, okay. We gotta like figure this shit out. I think it goes this way, right? Yeah, I have to. So how do we get the fucking chain in there? Okay. It looks like we can pry this open. I probably should use a screwdriver. What's going on here? How do you get this open, bro? Is there like some kind of magic I just don't understand? Alright, so I got this figured out. It's kind of goofy, but it's like a puzzle. So we're gonna take these out. Again, this is like where instructions could be really handy. I took it apart and I was not optimistic that I would get it put back together. This is gonna come out like that, and we'll just get that there to get it ready. This guy comes out. And this will require a flathead screwdriver and it's a T25. That comes off that close to me. This comes off the back. You got a little barrel there. There we go. There we go. All right, so we want to make sure we know which way this goes back in there. All right, like that. Now we can get it up over the chain. I'm probably gonna have to lay down for this bit. Let's see if we can't get a better situation going. Sorry, I don't have a great angle. Okay, there we go. That's how we're doing it. I got the back side in, both sides in. So we're just gonna pull apart each side over here until we can get it in there. There we go. Now we just put the puzzle together. We gotta get our barrel in there. Don't forget your barrel. And get this side on, like so. And we've got this guy. This goes in like that. There's 3 screws. 2 are the same size. 1 is the shortest. That goes on the bottom here. We can secure this. Should we Loctite that? I guess we should, right? And that takes me back to the whole conversation about torquing things down. I mean, I think you use common sense. Put Loctite on everything. Just let it rip, man. You know, that's what I say. You know, if I'm rebuilding an engine, vital parts, yeah, I'm probably definitely gonna be torquing that stuff to spec, but the stuff we're doing here, I think we'll be all right. Let's go ahead and Loctite up. Ew. Yeah, I could do better at this, but it's really cold. My hands are cold. You probably got like the worst angle. Little dabs. That's a good deal. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and get this peg mounted. It'll be same as the reverse on the other side, so we'll just speed through this one. I just gave a dab of grease to this guy, just because the manual does call for a bit of grease. It's a special kind of grease that I may or may not have. I really don't want to use my finger, and I don't care that much. Use a little bit of, there we go. Should just keep cotter pens on hand, I guess. I did not break this one. That is good. Actually went on fairly well. I like.
Might lose some battles, but winning no war. I get knocked down, I get back up, get up and go. I stay ready for more. Go to the toe till I level the score. Never gon' quit. Heard you seen some, but you never seen this. Bet on myself 8 times, no trick, tricks. Give me the loot. See now we going high stakes. This ain't clickbait. This a risk take. This no mistake. I was born to do it. I was born for music. I just get into it. I can't get influenced when I'm the influence. No genre music. We go rap back to pop, pop back to rap. Country on the track. I was once broke. I was down bad. Swear I'm never going back.
These instructions were impossible to follow. This part number, I assume, is backwards. Backwards, get out of here. But I think I've got this figured out. Get out of here, cat. You're on my stuff now. Come on, come on. Get out of here. Hex. Get out of here. Or insert nuts. I don't know. And get out of here.